We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Washington Commanders. Ready to get us started, it's Cade York, and we are underway from FedEx Field. This one taken just inside the 10. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
No gain on the play there. Second down. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. He's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Second down and a run by Robinson. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. It's a pickup of 6. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
On 2nd and goal, Wentz. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Point after here coming up. And the kick is good, and the Commanders out to a 7-0 lead. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25.
Here we go, set. Ready?
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Watch out now, 50 Fury.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line.
But that's the down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. Again, it's Robinson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Ryan Robinson Jr., his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. Yeah, perfect omelet, dropped it. So a little bit of a turnover. You went right back though and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands though.
Yeah.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Off play action. Carter. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. the play fake. Carter. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again. First quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Wentz now to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And the Commanders are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. Robinson is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Touchdown! Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Commanders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the 2nd half. Right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Number 38.
They run it again with Chubb. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Carter off the play fake. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate that was just incomplete.
Okay, ready?
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by James Bradbury.
And the Commanders will take over possession here up at the 44.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far. While you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Great 15! Great 15!
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Wentz now on first down. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Wentz going to throw.
Going right back to Dodson. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now, light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground. So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Wentz to throw again.
That's into the hands of his tight end, Bates.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Browns are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit, as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Striker, 3-3.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Off play action. Carter. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Mike Hughes.
And the Commanders are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
They'll run again here with Robinson.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up.
Got a man, it's Diaby Brown, complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz. Get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And he's got some space here. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
91 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr.
His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point right down the middle, and it is 28-0.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the trap?
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
They'll run with Robinson.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to trip a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2nd down and goal. Wentz.
That's out wide here for Robinson. Touchdown, Washington.
3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz.
And the Commanders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this 35-0 now.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
And Chubb will try the middle here.
And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Let's go. Ready?
Up the middle, it's Chubb. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the first down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Off the play fake. Carter. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 30. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Carter. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Here we go.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Back to throw is Carter on 3rd down. And now here's another interception.
And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 41. Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Wentz to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. Finding room at midfield. Still going.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Carter. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep...
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
Go, go.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, you realize that both sides of the ball were so dominant in this game. And on offense, not only did they score it, but they did it through the air as well as on the ground. Everything was working.
And you know that the guys who scored the touchdowns, who contributed that way, that threw them or ran them, they're going to find our cameras and have a big grin for them. But I hope our cameras find that offensive line. How versatile were they? Move the ball on the ground, move people so they could run it, and then protected their passers so they could throw it.
So for the Commanders, they get that important 10th win to finish the regular season at 10-7.
And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Cleveland,